Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making pressure cooker beef stew for beginners. Alright, I'm starting out here. I have roughly a 2-pound London broil. They're on sale at my grocery store. Buy one, get one free. So I picked up 4 of them. You can't beat those deals. And I have my pressure cooker over preheating on saute. We're going to season up this. I cut this into chunks, as you can see. We're going to season the beef with some salt and pepper. And I'm going to keep this as simple as possible so the person new at cooking or new at pressure cooking can make themselves a delicious pot of beef stew. And if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can do this in a Dutch oven on top of your stove. Just cook it low and slow. Right now that my pressure cooker is heated up, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil in here. I almost forgot. Use any kind of oil you have on hand, vegetable oil, canola, etc. And I'm going to get all of my beef in here at once. Now this is going to steam a little bit, but that's right. We're not really going to get this super brown. Just going to get a little bit of a brown on it for some color. You won't even really need to brown it up at all. It's all a matter of preference. So I'm going to allow my stew meat to brown up. Right now they allow my beef to brown for a little bit. You can see all the juice it put off, but that's fine because that's going to add seasoning to our beef stew. I have one onion I did a rough dice on. We're going to get that in. And if you want to take the easier way, I'll just use onion powder. But I figure if you're going to cut the rest of the vegetables, you might as well be able to cut up an onion. It's not going to hurt nothing. So I'm going to allow this to cook just for a minute till the onion starts to soften up. Right now that I allowed my onions to cook in there for a few minutes and they're starting to soften up, I have 4 large red skin potatoes I diced up. It's about that size chunk. I left the skins on them to make it easier. You could peel them if you like, but even if I'd use russet potatoes, I'd probably leave the skins on because there's a lot of nutrients in the skin. I'm also going to add in, I have some baby carrots here. This is a 1-pound bag of baby carrots. I'm going to add probably about half of it in there. And I have a 4-cup box of beef broth. We're going to put that in. Let me give that a stir. Get everything down in the broth. Alright, I'm going to put my lid on here. Let me try this again. I'm going to put my lid on here. Make sure we're seated. I'm going to set this to pressure cook for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, I'll let it do a natural release for 5 minutes and I'll release the rest of the pressure manually. Alright, my beef stew cooked for the 10 minutes. I left it do a 5-minute natural release and I'll release the pressure the rest of the way myself. Now I'm going to set this back on saute. We're going to bring this up to a boil. And I have a 12-ounce pack of microwavable steamer by piece. I microwaved them for 4 minutes. We're going to add them in there. And here's my secret for making this really easy. I have 6 packs of brown gravy mix here I put in a bowl. I'm going to whisk in a cup of water to that. This is going to make that really rich, thick gravy for our beef stew. You don't have to worry about cornstarch slurry, flour slurry, coating your beef cubes in flour in the beginning. This will take care of all that for you. I'm going to dump that down in. And I checked this for salt. I put a little bit in because this gravy has salt. And this gravy is really cost effective. It's 30-some cents a pack, so you're not going to go broke using gravy in here to thicken up your beef stew. And I have some fresh chopped parsley. You could use dry or not use any at all. That's all your preference. So I'm going to allow this to cook for a few minutes so that gravy thickens up. Right, I allowed this to cook for a few minutes. You can see how nice and thick that is. This is ready to go. Let's go ahead and fix up a bowl and see what we got. Alright, let me get in here and try this. Now this gravy, when you refrigerate the leftovers, that's going to gel up on you in the fridge. But not to worry, once you microwave it or heat in a pan, it'll come back to a gravy shape or condition or whatever. I'll try some of this beef first. Really tender, well seasoned, rather delicious. My carrots. See, my carrots aren't mush, but they're not hard. It's really good. And that gravy, guys, let me tell you, it tastes like it's been slow cooking all day long. Guys, that's really delicious, and it wasn't easy. Anybody can make that. And like I said, if you don't have a pressure cooker, do it on top of your stove in a Dutch oven or a big pot with a lid on it. Cook it slow all day long, or even do it in your slow cooker. Alright, there you have it. Pressure cooker beef stew for beginners. Thanks for watching, and remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.